Welcome, my friends. It's Mrs. B. Today we are going to work on identifying analog and digital clocks. In our world, we have two different types of clocks that we use to tell or measure time. One type is called an analog clock. Say analog clock. Awesome job! Another type of clock that we use is called a digital clock. Say digital clock. Great job! Let's explore what each type is all about. An analog clock is usually shaped like a circle. It also has two arrows or lines that we call hands. The short hand points to the hour. The long hand tells us how many minutes. An analog clock also shows the numbers 1 through 12 around the edge of the circle. A digital clock is a little bit different. A digital clock consists of numbers and dots that we call a colon. The number before the colon tells us how many hours, and the number after the colon tells us how many minutes. Let's look at some of the clocks in our world today. Here we have a Mickey Mouse wristwatch. Which type of clock is the wristwatch? Is it an analog or a digital clock? Think about the characteristics of each type of clock. An analog is shaped like a circle. It has hands, and it also shows the numbers 1 through 12 around the edge of the circle. A digital clock shows numbers and dots that we call a colon. Did you figure out what type of clock the wristwatch is yet? If you said analog, good job! You were correct. Let's try another one together. Which type of clock is on the microwave? You might have to look a bit closely. If you said digital, great job, you were correct. The clock on the microwave is a digital clock. Which type of clock is on the oven? If you said digital clock, you were correct. This clock has numbers and a colon. Great job. Which type of clock is inside the clock tower? This one may be a little tricky because I don't see any numbers on that clock tower. You are amazing! The clock inside the clock tower is an analog clock. Great job! Which type of clock is the cuckoo clock? This clock is quite silly. That's why we call it the cuckoo clock. You've got this. This is an analog clock. Great job. Try the last one on your own. Which type of clock is the alarm clock? If you said the digital clock, way to go! You were correct. I'll see you soon.